Alright, so today, or this evening rather, when we did this, it's 10:21 p.m. in the evening and we're getting the charts set up. And again, these are the 5-minute snapshots, so let's go through these and see what we've been busy doing. So, here we go, blue cross white. It's already done yellow. Yeah, we set a white trigger on that one. This is the euro. We've had a good cross of the candles across the white line here. Even though blue didn't cross white, it's deeper into the trend. But it's done yellow, and the next target is white, so we've got a white trigger on here. US Swiss, blue has crossed white here. It's already hit yellow. Well, here especially. It's already hit white, so the next best opportunity is going to be the red line. We have the Australian, blue has crossed here. It's dropped, done yellow, and almost done white. And this is getting a bit wishy-washy down here, so we put a red trigger in on that one. It needs to be a good retracement, and it's nearing the end of the trend. And so what if we've missed it a couple of times? It's got to be a good separation between the lines when you put the triggers on. So a red trigger on that one. New Zealand, blue has crossed white here. It's done yellow. It's done white right here, so absolutely a red trigger on that one. US yen, blue has crossed white here. We've hit yellow. Right at white, well, certainly there would have been a trigger. So the next one absolutely has to be red. So there's our 6 charts set up. That took us all of about 3 minutes last night to set those up at 10:30 p.m. And I think actually I went to bed a bit early. And let's just chug through here, see what happens. So every time this clicks, obviously it's 5 minutes in time. We're really zooming forwards, snoring our heads off here while the European session's going. And what's going on? So I've obviously got up from a cup of coffee or whatever it is, 6 a.m. in the morning, and we're just going through the charts and seeing what's happened. So this one didn't do anything yet. We're still waiting for white to trigger. Something's happening here. I think I'm changing this from a red to a white trigger now. We're changing it simply because the candles, sorry, not the candles, but the colored lines have separated. So that's now a white trigger as a possibility rather than just red from before. I've obviously taken a couple of manual trades here on the euro and the pound as they're coming up to the white lines. And in fact, there you go, they're both sitting in here, and that's the spread. So we must have just taken those, give or take a bit. All right, 5 minutes later, 5 minutes later, and so on and so forth. This is coming up to the white line right up in here. And ka-ching, it triggers. That must have been a big move, and sometimes in your favor, actually, as a matter of fact. So that's good. We've got another trade going on over there. And here we go, I've zoomed in on it. You can see we've got a stop loss up here, 500 points, and we've got our take profits. Okie dokie, what's this one happening here? We've got a euro triggered right at the white line. That's the manual trade we took earlier. And what's happening here? White trigger, we're waiting for that one. And here's a red trigger being set up quite nicely. It's coming up to a red trigger, we hope. Okay, so yeah, just going through the chart. I call this checking the gauges. It's like as you're driving along in your automobile, every now and again you want to check the oil temperature, check the water, and so on and so forth. Well, we've got some profit. We've got a profitable trade here already in profit, and we're waiting for that. I mean, the charts really moved today. Now, this may look like it's a really complicated thing that I'm doing consistently, but don't forget there's 5 minutes between each screenshot, and it just takes a couple of seconds to do these things. So in between, doing some stuff and getting the coffee and doing some stuff and getting the toast and the bacon and eggs on or whatever for breakfast, this thing just chugs away in the background. And here we go. What's happening now? Now we're setting a red trigger on this one. As long as the blue line is still above the white line, while the candles are coming down to the red line, and there's at least a 500 point separation between white and red, we've got a real winner on our hands here. So we're setting a red trigger on that. Okay, click, click, click. What's happened here? Another red trigger I think was setting, or I took a manual trade. I'm not sure. It was a really busy day today. What are we up to here? A couple of positive trades. 5 minutes later, let's have a look at this. Here's the British pound. It's like a horse race that's going on here. I think I'm closing a trade out for some reason. Euro. Here it is, $279. Where did this thing come from? Anyway, I've got $279. Let's take the trade, click, and hey presto, so what was that one? Euro, 174. There you go. By the time I clicked and got round to it, after taking screenshots, look, went from 279 to 172. Never mind, a profit's a profit. We took it. We're out. We can always get back in again. More profit. Here we go. We're looking at the account history so far today. So for the 16th, that's the 15th yesterday. So from today, we've got 20, 86, 40, 31, 172, and $6 so far. Okay, we're back to the trading side of things. We've got a trade going on here in profit. We've got a trade going on here. It's going to be higher than the trade when we took it. And there we go. That's the British pound. That's this one. So if we zoom out, we can see that, yes, this is a great trade. No worries here. We may have to adjust the stop loss a little bit, maybe put a red trigger in, but we've got no worries there at all. What's this? The euro, right at the white line. And we've got a nice little trade going on with the euro there. In fact, what I did is on the euro, I think I closed out on some of the trade and put a trailing stop in. In fact, there you go. There's the trailing stop. So I put the trailing stop just below our entry point. So no matter what happens, we're going to take a profit on that. And we'll watch that as we go along. We're setting another red trigger here for some reason. And boom. I mean, this is just, it was a great day today, as a matter of fact. Really busy. Okay, we're looking at the British pound. I've dragged the Fibonacci from the high of the high before the blue crosses the white, right down to the low. And we're right at the 23.6 point, right on the nose. In fact, that's an important sort of level for some reason. And 38.2 is right at red. So we've got our stop loss just above 38.2 there. That's some of the advanced stuff. You'll learn some of this stuff as we chug along here. What's this now? The euro, same thing. I've dragged the Fibonacci from the high to the low. We're messing around at 23.6 and 38.2 is where we got our stop. I mean, it's just automatic anyway. We don't even have to use this tool rarely. And then I've redrawn that from the last major high to the low, and 38.2 is the magic number. White line, absolutely brilliant. We've tested that and we've zoomed in, have a quick look at it. Okay, back to the 6 charts here. Anyway, let's just zoom through here. We've got quite a bit going on. So we've got something here. We've got some negative trades, some positives. We're now looking at the account history again. So far today now we're 19, 86, 40, 31, 172, 6, 135, 6 and $1.90. And we've got another nice little potential trade coming up here. There you go, I took it. I think, is that the euro? Yes, we took the trade right there. So we're into another trade here. A red trigger is about to trigger. Okay, what do we got here? Red trigger did trigger, and that triggered at 50% of the distance between white and red. Okay, so when it got down this far, that was half the distance, or 50% of the difference between here and here. We've already got a profit coming up on that one. US Swiss, that's it right there, 45.84. Alright, so what else is happening here now? We've got another trade that's popped up here, another $104 we could take if we wanted to. Now here we are, wow, 5 minutes later. Is this 5 minutes later? 8:10, 8:12, that's 2 minutes later. It's gone from this to this. Now we've got a few more trades. There's that trigger trade there on the red trigger. Is doing quite nicely there, US Swiss, and that's that one. Okay, we've gone back to the account history and we've picked up, what, another $163 trade. As I say, it's a tour de force. It was absolutely phenomenal today. So let's just whip through here again. We've got another trigger clicked in here, obviously. And again, it looks really complicated, but this thing just chugs along. All we've got to do is just manage the charts. Every now and again, you just have a quick peek. What's going on? Do we need to adjust this? Do we need to put another trigger on there? Do we want to take the trade? Do we want to close out on a trade? And when it's busy, it is busy. And today was a busy day. And what we have happening now, so trading, we've got it's getting a bit scary, isn't it? But we don't worry about things because it's looking perfect as far as I'm concerned. This is a perfect retracement type of day. There we go. We've got less negative ones now. We're into positive and a few others. It's looking good. This is a great trading day. Another 180 we could take. Another 113 we could take. In fact, there we go. I think that one there spot on. The British pound, which is this one, 180. There you go. We go from the trade 217 to the account history 217. We got another 181 out of that. 207 here, 20, 70. It's we'll here we go. It's now what? 9:45 a.m. And we've got all these trades: $19, $20, 86, 40, 31, 172, 6, 135. Boom, 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 boom. It's not too shabby at all. Okay, so we go back and have a look at the charts. Now trades, these are the negative side of things. They're not negative until we've closed the trade out. And let's just chug along until we get near the end here. So you can see the charts are moving up and down. What's happened here? Nothing much. We're looking at the Swiss daily chart, as a matter of fact. Where's the Swiss? Here's the Swiss here. It's sort of all close together, and the daily chart it's reached a peak and come back to the green line. All right, we've got a lot of information to go through with you here, but boom, there we go, and we've closed. It's the last snapshot of the day, so to speak, and we're down a bit on the other side. Not down, but we've got some trades still open. But I'm confident, and these are on the euro and the British pound. And here's the euro and the British pound. And this one here, if you remember, was a red trigger. So it's near the end of the trend. It probably will absolutely drop back down again quite nicely to the last low. And the euro is right at this white line. There's no question it's going to drop down from here. So I'm confident these are going to come back in our favor. But on the good side of things, what have we got? 20, 86, 40, 31, 172, 6, 135, 6, $2, 163, 118, 79, 20, 207, 181, 110. I think when I added that up on my calculator, it came to right about 12 something, $1,300, $1,200 for the day so far. Not a bad day. Anyway, that's it for this section. Come back for the next one, and we'll see what happened with these trades and how we ended up with the overall triggers that we set the night before. Okay, see you later.